Alright, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Buffalo Sabres and going over who I believe they should draft with the 7th overall pick heading into the 2019 NHL Draft. And keep in mind, guys, my pick is going to be based on positional needs rather than best available. And to do that, we're going to be taking a look at the depth charts and kind of going over the weak spots of the roster where perhaps drafting will fix it. Let's get into this. So on center, we have Jack Eichel, Sam Reinhart, even though Sam Reinhart is now a winger, Casey Middlestad, Thompson, Tabaka, Girgensons, Larson, Wilson, and some other prospects like Rasmus Asplund and Marcus Davidson. On left wing, we have Jeff Skinner, Connor Sherry, Rodriguez, Matt Molson, and some other prospects like Arttu Ristolainen. On right wing, we have Kyle Poso, Sam Reinhart should be here, Jason Pominville, Alex Nylander, and Victor Olofsson. On defense, we have Rasmus Ristolainen, Scandella, Montour, Dahlin, Zach Bogosian, the All-Star, Jake McCabe, Hunwick, and some other prospects. In net, we have Carter Hutton, Olmark, Wedgwood, Wilcox, Johansson, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. What a fun name to say. Alright guys, so what do I think when looking at this roster? Well, to be honest, it's very apparent to me, what the issue is here. So obviously we have Jack Eichel, who is, a solidified #1 centerman. There's no issues with that. However, other than, Jack Eichel, there is not a lot of proven talent here. So obviously we have like Girgensons, Larson, Wilson, but honestly, other than that, we don't have a lot of people here who have top 6 upside, or at least that are NHL ready. On left wing, we of course have Jeff Skinner, the $9 million times 8-year man, the $72 million man, Connor Sherry, Rodriguez, and some veterans like Matt Molson. So when looking at the left wing, obviously Jeff Skinner is a fantastic goal scoring, first line winger. Connor Sherry is, in my opinion, probably more of a, a third line goal scorer. However, he probably does have top 2 line, I guess second line upside. Maybe next year he can slide into that role. Rodriguez, who's definitely a bottom 6 forward, and Matt Molson, I don't know how many good years he has left in him. Definitely more of a bottom 6 scorer. On right wing, we have Okposo, who has just been declining recently, and with that $6 million cap, it's not looking great. Jason Pominville is kind of the same thing. Obviously, he's a great veteran player to have on the team, but his play has been drastically sliding, so definitely a big cap hit for the production there. Other than this, we actually have Sam Reinhart, who's listed as a center, but is a right wing. Definitely a solid top 6 right wing. And then we have Alex Nylander. In my opinion, this is going to be a huge proving year for him. Alex Nylander obviously has a lot of skill, a lot of potential, but he's been really lacking consistency. So if he's able to develop that consistency, I can definitely see him having a big bounce back year, which will dramatically help the Buffalo Sabres forward depth. We also have Victor Olofsson, who looks like a pretty intriguing, prospect. Last year in the AHL, he had 63 points in 66 games, just a fantastic season. And in a short stint in the NHL, he had 4 points in 6 games. So if he's somehow able to transition into a top 6 role, if not a third line scoring role, again, that would help, the Buffalo Sabres scoring depth tremendously. On defense, things get a lot better. We have a lot of bright pieces here. Obviously, we have Ristolainen and Scandella, Montour, who was recently acquired, Rasmus Dahlin, who's looking like a potential, franchise Norris Trophy winning defenseman, Zach Bogosian, who's just an all-star, Jake McCabe, Matt Hunwick, and some other guys here. And then we have some other prospects like Oskari Lakinson, who had a decent year playing in the Liga, so potential top 6 upside there. Overall, the defense has a lot of really good pieces here. I think it might be missing another, solidified top 4 defenseman, but other than that, we have a lot of top-end talent, with Ristolainen and Dahlin being the 1-2 punch guys going on into the future for a long time. In net, we have Carter Hutton and Olmark, and in my opinion, they're more of fringe starters who can definitely get the job done, but we'll see how their progression goes next year. Other than that, obviously we have like Wedgwood, who was a previous blue chip prospect, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who's looking like a potential, super intriguing starter goaltender. So when looking at this team, what do I think? To sum it up pretty fast here, well, in my opinion, the Buffalo Sabres are relying on a lot of very young talent. There's a very kind of weird mix here of either just elite superstars like Jack Eichel, Dahlin, Skinner. Reinhart has been just progressing really well, and then just no depth. So when I look at this team, I believe the Buffalo Sabres are more in a win now sooner than later mentality. So with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Buffalo went out and targeted another top 6 forward to help, help the secondary scoring. Because at number 7, even though we're going to be picking up a fantastic prospect, we're not going to necessarily be picking up someone who's going to transition, right away into the NHL. So honestly, if in Buffalo's case here, I would be targeting some more secondary scoring. The middle has a lot of question marks. Obviously, Middlestat he was supposed to be that blue chip prospect. However, he didn't transition very well into the NHL. However, I do see him progressing next year. He didn't have a horrible season, but if he had got like a 40-50 season next year, that would be fantastic. And then we have some other guys like Rasmus Asplund, who, could potentially be a top 6 forward. Same thing on the wing, obviously Jeff Skinner, Sheary. Sheary's arguably a top 6 forward. Jeff Skinner's obviously a 40-goal scorer. His contract is another thing, I believe. $9 million is pretty steep, but I guess that's what you pay for 40 goals now in the NHL. Which honestly just makes me laugh, and at the same time, I'm afraid to see what they're going to be paying Brock Besser and Mitch Marner. And on the right wing, we have a lot of aging veterans with big caps. So in the ideal world, we would probably try to ship out Okposo or Pominville. I don't think you could do both, but potentially one would free up a lot of cap. And you could sign, another top 6 forward. Okposo and Pominville are both looking more like bottom 6 players at the moment. However, they could have a bounce back season. Nylander, again, is one of those big question marks. If he does have a good transition into the NHL next year, it could definitely turn around the whole idea of, Buffalo's depth. But for now, it's still a question mark. So what do I think? Who do I believe they should draft? Well, I think there's 3 guys I have in mind. One is Kirby Dach, a very big power forward playmaking centerman. He has a lot of upside. He's a very good skater for his size, coming at 6'4". Unbelievable passing ability. He's someone I compare to like a Ryan Getzlaf. If so, Buffalo or Edmonton doesn't pick him at 7-8, I could definitely see Anaheim wanting to get, the Ryan Getzlaf 2.0. The other guy is Zegras. So Zegras is a fantastic 2-way forward with a lot of upside. He definitely has a way more well-rounded game, and I could see Zegras being more of a safer pick. So in terms of the Buffalo Sabres wanting to develop their middle going into the future, Zegras could definitely be a way safer guy to hopefully transition into the roster within the next, 1 to 2 years. And the last guy is Cole Caufield. So Cole Caufield, I'm sure you've heard of him, is just a fantastic, dynamic, goal-scoring winger. He's undersized, but he doesn't lack skill. Cole Caufield has a lot of upside to be like a Jeff Skinner who is scoring 40 goals. And at number 7, Cole Caufield might just be the guy. Bigger risk, but super high reward. So for the Buffalo Sabres, I do see a very bright future. I think we're missing a couple key pieces here. However, if their younger talent does, have a bounce back year next year, they could be a very deadly Stanley Cup competing team. But anyways, guys, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. See you guys later.